booked an Airbnb space, uh, hostel thing. But because it's in Hollywood and I had a shit experience in Hollywood, I can't stay there. The other part is that I can't stay in a shared room with other people because I feel like, every second they're gonna fucking kill me. I really do. I feel like, especially if it's a fat guy, I feel like he's gonna fucking punch me to death. He's gonna beat the shit out of me. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I can't. The only reason I got that place was just because I really needed to go change my clothes, try to wash my butt, try to get myself a little cleaned up. That's all it was. And I paid $20 for it. Which, after all, you might think that's not a bad money. Just to try to use the restroom and try to clean yourself up. It was so bad, I couldn't even stay there a little longer. She tried to fucking clip my nails and try to shave myself. I just got out of there. That's how it was a bad experience for me as far as trauma that I had in that Hollywood. Anyways, so what I want to tell you is that my problem is that I can't stay now. That doesn't make it better, but what I'm saying is that at least when I was have that thought that I'm married to this girl, it would have made me feel much comfortable. I knew that number one, well, at least maybe part. No, part of me, I wouldn't even have to give her because then she's my significant other, and I feel like at the end of the day, she's hopefully doing something to try to work for both of us. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because now she's my wife. Uh, uh, it's official. And but yeah, that didn't happen, and nobody helped the situation either. My sister, she didn't want to give me any money. They didn't even want to sell my piece of apartment to try to. Pretty sad, right? Even if when I had a chance, nobody wanted to do anything, or everything failed. And I tried very hard. To try to make this happen, man. But I don't know what's gonna happen forward from now with this girl, Mariam. She just dismissed me totally. She just said, "Don't call me," and But and the reason I feel that maybe this was indeed part of really like the end of my story with her is because this was a developing thing. I think she really, I hate to say it, but I think she really has somebody else in her life, and she really just wants to get the money. See, she's very contradicting. She tells me like she doesn't have money. She wants to go. She can't stay with her aunt anymore. She doesn't want to go back to her hometown. She doesn't want either one of those things. Now here's the thing. Here's the part. Like all these things that she's saying, these things, they all come in my head. All these contradictions, and you gotta understand. Part of it is that because obviously we're long distance relationships. So at some point, you're like, I don't know what's going on with this girl. She just tells me she wants money from me. Now maybe she's totally right about it, but still in the back of your head. But here's the thing: I want you to understand. I'm very cautious. I'm not saying anything to her. I'm not questioning her. I'm just telling her, okay, well, you know what? Yes, I would love to do that. This is pretty much all I'm saying. I'm saying to her, let me get this money. I'm still working on this thing. And but the only way she's switching that around is that. So here's one thing happened that at some point she really was being ugly. She was being obnoxious, and I was thinking to myself, saying, I can't be near fucking. And I'm a very honest person. I don't want to fucking kill anybody's time. I don't want to fucking mess with anybody. If I feel like I don't want to do this, I don't want to make you feel like you're wasting your time in your life and your emotions. Not even your time, maybe your emotions. I really care about that asset of people. you know so I said to her, I said, Mariam, I really have a hard time thinking us being married to each other when you fucking yell at me like that, and you feel so comfortable doing that. It's just like literally you're taking advantage of me and you being in a relationship, and you feel comfortable doing that to me. And I said to her, I said, you know what, I can't do that. But what I did tell her, and she agreed to it, is that I said, you know what, do you want to live with each other, like cohabitating? What do you guys think? you know, just like marriage, like in, scenery, but not really like an official marriage. Um, and at that point, well, before this whole thing, she started bouncing off, which was really strange for me. She just changed way before this. She was she was very nice. She was very, everything was beautiful. In a way, it was fun. She used to call me like 5, 10 times a day, asking me to fucking just do a video chat with her, which for reason or not, I couldn't do it. Sometimes I looked like really ugly. Well, I had beard. I don't know, so many things. I really couldn't have. My phone didn't have a charge. I don't know. I was in my fucking delusional, fucked up brain. I'll be honest with you. I couldn't do it. But yeah, she used to call me like 5, 10 times a day, and every time she called, she was just saying not just talk on the phone. She said no, video chat, video chat, which was like it was like, oh my god, this girl is literally in love with me. Like, this just, and I was very happy with it. But then, and that was one of the reasons I really was working in this whole thing to try to work this out. I was like, oh my gosh, she really wants me. It just doesn't make sense, somebody wanting somebody so bad to, to make it. Anyway, so, but I guess at some point she felt like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. 2, 3 months through, she changed little by little, and every time I objected to her, she just merely said that, yeah, I'm not in a good situation. I'm like, what does that have to do with it? Like, wait, you can't talk to me because what is that? Yeah, and every time I talk to, they just tell me one thing. They all say the same. They said, dude, it seems like she's with somebody else. This doesn't make sense. She basically keeps saying that, she can't talk to me in front of her aunt her cousin or whoever that is, because she doesn't want her to know, because she has a blabbing mouth and she's going to tell everybody else about us. And I'm like, so what is wrong with that? She said, well, I don't want anybody to know that, I had a relationship. I was like, well, I'm a fucking the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen each other. What the fuck are you talking about? But no, she was saying that no, and like anyway I said it, and that was one of the reasons. I feel like anything that I say, she has some, well, she will come up with some defense, and I was like, okay, well, not just don't argue with her, because she's just gonna say you hurt my feelings, and she's gonna. I was like, no, whatever, let's just deal with it. It's not helping, obviously, trying to say. Yeah, I said to her, well, can't you just tell him that we are friends? We just met some friends, some dude. You're just talking. You don't have that freedom. He said, no, I don't want them to know. No. They say, oh my god, she made it sound like she literally lives in some fucking village in Afghanistan, or some fucking really sanctioned, like really, like some Orthodox Jewish community, like, or like generally very Orthodox thing. I mean, if you go to Iran, I went to Iran in 2015. Fucking bullshit, man. All these bitches were fucking, they wear these leggings, which I was like shocked. I was like, oh my fucking god, this is sick, man. You can do this in your house, but out and about, this is sick. This is not our culture, okay? Just because everybody else, is doing it, this doesn't make it right. This is not where we come from. I didn't grow up seeing my sister. Well, I saw my sister. She was in the house. She was wearing like leggings. But that was my sister. But yeah. Let's not talk about that. But yeah. But and that's not another. That's another side of thing. The other piece of puzzle is that, every girl that I saw, as much as they still would have had that fucking mind game with me, they all fucking had a boyfriend. They were fucking messing with some guy. Very young girls, I would say I just all have a boyfriend. I was like, and a boyfriend, like, a crappy guy, like, ew. Like, he wasn't like some kind of a decent guy with a head in his shoulder or some fucking, like, like here in America, like you see like all these it really bothered me from the second I walked to America. Saying this, these girls, I saw girls like very well slutty, but still like fashion, like appealing, attractive. That is, whatever they're wearing, with makeup, decent, shit like that. And you see they're hanging out with some guy who, got like, I don't know, thick beard or some fucking, thug look, and then walking around with a cargo pants and shorts and shit like that. What the fuck? This doesn't make sense. So yeah, nowadays is like that. It's still, in Iran, that guys don't wear shorts, but they were wearing these fucking weird ass, like a really rapper style stuff, either by baggy pants or really tight pants. It was like, I'm sorry, it's just not deserving a human being. Anyway, but I was just like, the guys didn't seem like they have any quality in them. It's just that, well, maybe, I don't know, man. Fuck that shit. All of it. What I'm trying to say is that the image I saw in Iran was, what the image it gave me was that this is not what I grew up with, where still having a girlfriend, having a boyfriend was a very obscure, very hidden, very like a taboo thing. you know you know it was like a more like a stupid, childish thing where, like, for the most part, a girl and a boy who supposedly they had some friendship, they couldn't even talk with each other. They would just signal each other from far away. That's a crazy world we lived in, man. Neither one was good, basically. Anyways, that's another story. But yeah, she started saying all that shit. She said, and then and she wanted me to get married with her. She wanted me to fucking let me go somewhere fucking part of town because I don't want to be around these fuckers. I don't know where I see. Bro, can I say this thing, man? I really want to say this thing, man. This is one thing that I still love about my culture, man. In Iran, maybe in Arab countries it's not the same. Hold on. But in Iran, well, what's funny is that actually, this girl Maryam, she actually likes me with beard, but that's just her, really. Well, she's not the only one. Like, I guess a lot of girls do like that. It's just that how the F do you say this shit? I don't know how to say this. But in our culture, that beard is just so fucking. Most girls they don't like that, and it's really associated with like the really primitive culture. Now I don't shave because this is the part that I have to say this, and it doesn't make me feel good, but because I fucking live on the street, it's devastating, man. For what reason? Why I have to live like this, man? Number one, why did I have to end up like this? And why do I have to continue to live on like this? And even though I think I'm a nice guy, man, damn it. All because of money. This hurts so bad. Some relationships get destroyed because people have so much money and they don't know how to fucking properly use it. Some relationships get destroyed because people just don't have the means so they can fucking come together, meet each other, and get acquainted with each other and enjoy being with each other. Now, this is literally my story with her, Even that when I got that $3,000, man, I should have fucking, packed myself. But, the thing is that was the point when I got that money. She didn't want me to even go and see her. Well, she was basically saying that, okay, well, she needs to give somebody $2,000 or so. So she wants me to, give her $2,000. And, it's really, for me, it was a harsh thing. I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this. It's like, oh my God, so you want me to give you $2,000? I'm left with $1,000. Obviously, that doesn't even have enough for me to come and see you. That 3,000 is really the whole money is gonna be spent. Me and you get together, and I would have been more than happy to do it that way. I would have been like glad to try to spend that money to fucking, because it would have been totally worth it. To discover some, basically. But yeah, anyways, obviously that didn't work out because she was pulling this whole thing that she needs to give somebody basically she owes somebody $2,000 or so. And anyways, the other piece of puzzle was that I didn't. Before I want to say this, I just want to tell you stuff that happened to me. Just give you a simple example that I couldn't even study for this thing that I'm trying to do right now. I went to the first store. Fuck that shit. I don't want to talk about it. The second store I went there is closed. The third store I went to is an ice cream shop, where to me, somewhere along the line, this hit me that ice cream shops are places that a lot of children go to there. And of course, because I'm a danger to humanity, maybe I shouldn't be there. It's crazy thoughts, little by little. So I couldn't even stay in there 1 second. Then I went to the fourth store. I paid $6 for some fucking soup that in my country you can buy it for like 5 cents literally. I paid $6 for it. I feel so shitty. Boy, having a business in this country is good, man. Especially if you know how to fucking put a value on it. Can you believe it? A lentil soup. You can get a lentil soup. Even this fucking what is this called? This Amy. This very vegan or vegetarian high-end brand like Aunt Amy. What is this called? I don't know. It's just that it's so expensive. Like but they brand it as, I guess it's being very organic or something. Oh yeah, it's organic. Yeah, that's that shit right there. So yeah, it's $2.99. She gave me a soup without any bread or anything, $6 and some shit. They have a burger, a veggie burger for $15. Who pays $15 for a burger, man? And that is a fast food. That's not even like a fine dining or anything like that. It's not like, you go into some fucking fine dining place and you're like, oh my God, okay, well, you know what? Shit. I'm paying $15. I'm getting waited on. It's a nice place, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm so fucked up. I don't even know the definition of fine dining. What would be like that? But at least I guess, you're in a fancy place. You're fucking sitting there relaxing. Maybe you're meeting other people. Somebody's bringing you a drink. Anyways, I don't know. That's kind of thing. Right. Well, what I'm saying is that part of it is that because also, here's the thing, the overhead for that establishment is by far bigger than elsewhere. I guess that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, that was my point. But with this thing, you don't even have that. No, it's a tiny store. It's called Carrot Express here in Miami, under 86th Street. I went there. And then I went there, and then I'm like, oh my God, my nails are wrong. Are they gonna fucking, is something's gonna happen because they think I'm homeless now, It's crazy, man. So 5 places I went to, neither one of them I could have sit down for a few minutes so I can fucking do. And I spent how much? I spent one place I spent $5 and some change. That place I spent fucking $6. Altogether I spent about, oh shit, man, these motherfucking cops are everywhere tonight. God damn it. Jesus Christ, man. surrounding this guy, man. Anyways, I think they just got here. Oh yeah. Shit. I'm actually pretty early. It's not like one of those situations where you think they're gonna be gone in a few minutes. No, they literally got him. Whatever that is. I don't know. But yeah, man. So yeah, I went to spent like what is that? $12 roaming around the town. I went to 6 places today. Now you think about what kind of a fucking terrifying disease somebody has to go through that they can't fucking 2 minutes because they're constantly feeling that they're doing something wrong or something is gonna happen. They can't stay there. They have problem. They cannot get anything done. How fucked up is that? How devastating that is, man. You know, now I really want to say this because I want you to know how blessed you are and how you get the life granted. And if I do get my Social Security, they gave me, what is it, $850, and they force it upon you. You know what's worse? They force it upon you. They say you have to take Medicare. You don't have you can't get another insurance policy. You can't get a private insurance. You have to have Medicare if you want healthcare. You have the option to opt out of it, but if you do want to get a health insurance, your only option is to have Medicare. How fucked up is that? And for that, they charge you $180. I'm paying right now for my insurance I get through Blue Cross Blue Shield. I only spend $70 a month. And with that, I have I think by far, I have a better, basically, healthcare. What I get is by far better than Medicare. Medicare has the co-pays for seeing a doctor. Their network is not as good as even Blue Cross Blue Shield. A lot of doctors don't skip Medicare. The ones that they do, Shah, the king of the street, the motherfucker police. Man, it's pretty shameful that this country is so fucking such a dictatorship where they Anywho, so yeah, man. Yeah, man, it was pretty fucked up, man. And then this chick did this shit to me today, man. But no, she changed her attitude, her affection. She became a lot less affectionate little by little. And then our thing changed, you know. She would just hang up on me. She would just go off, you know. And part of it, I think, you know, I didn't want to really make her strong on her. You know why? Because I was like, you know what, Arash, you know, maybe you're not able to really fucking do that. But no, you know, I want you to know, I know it's not a lot of money necessarily here in America even, or not even in Iran anymore, but I gave her some stuff, you know. And today she said, you didn't do anything for me. You don't, you know, every time you bail out on me, that's the kind of crap she threw at me today. And she's just like, pretty sad, man. Like, she literally thinks like, she thought, you know, and I love her, I do. But I was really not expecting her to do that. Why? Because she's saying that, oh, Arash, pay me, give me $5,000. So I can come up with another $4,000 myself, which is pretty interesting because today she was calling me, telling me that she has no money, but she says no. If you give me $5,000, she'll come up with another $4,000 so she can pay some fucking some goddamn dude who will put all the paperwork for her together. And she'll be able to get some visa so she can go to Europe. You know, she can get like go to the, you know, one of these countries in the European Union
and then she can, within 3 months, she can get a fucking a she can get a residency there. Yeah, so and then at some point she started saying that my friend's husband is there, and he's doing her work so she can go there. And I said to her, I said, okay, so this guy is married to this guy, and that's how he's able to get her to come over there to go to Europe. He said, yeah, that's what it is. And I said, oh, okay, well, you know what? Why don't we marry each other? And I go in Europe and I get residency, and then that way, I can bring you over there. And then she started going off, Arash, no, they've been married with each other for 4 years. We're just getting married right now. No, it's not gonna do it. That's gonna take forever. So basically, yeah. And I know, right? That was my thing. I was like, so wait a minute. So seems like you don't want to marry me. You just want me to give you $5,000 so you can just, go and do your own thing. And no blame. I like the fact that she wants to have her choice. And I think everybody should have their choice. Just that, come on, the whole thing of me making all this effort is because so I can have a future with you. I can have a relationship with you. That sounds like you going there and I don't know, going to start in a life, and I don't know, maybe you'll be very successful even for yourself, and so forth. But that seems like there's nothing there for me, And when I said that to her today, she got all mad. She said, oh no, I can't trust you. I was trying to marry you. You bounced off on me, so I can't trust you anymore. Now if we marry each other even, it's just going to be like that. I'm going to be stuck with you, and you're not going to be able to do anything for me. So we're just bouncing in the air. You're not going to even do anything to try to care for me, to make the world, to try to help me out. So that's going to be like, that's not going to help me out, That's just going to be like right now, you're not doing anything. It's going to be the same thing, and I'm stuck with you then. Yeah, that's literally what she said. And, I'm a very logical guy. I totally understand her. But the thing is that, how do you say that? She used everything she said. She got mad, basically. She got mad that I made that comment. I guess originally she got mad because saying that, why do I think of her that, number one, that she just wants my money, I guess. That's, when I think of it, I think that's one part of it. And number two, why do I think that she doesn't love me, or she doesn't care for me, and she doesn't want to be with me, But I guess all of this led to one thing. She cares so much for me that she wanted to just say that, oh, don't call me or anything, saying that I didn't do anything for her. That's crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. That is so whack. It's pretty sad, man. For reason or not, everything is about relationships become a commodity, Everything is a commodity, man. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Relationships are fucking commodity. They're meager fucking a way to try to get you from one place to another, whatever that is, to have it, not for itself. And this girl, man, I'll tell you, man, she was very nice. Like, I that's why I really have some feelings for her. I don't know why she started acting that way. But the worst part about it is that she got mad at me today because I said this thing, and I started thinking about it about 6 months ago when I told her that I don't want to, jump into this well, I didn't want to marry her like that. And I told her, and prior to that, when she was saying that, let's get, she wanted to, they have this thing where you can get married basically from long distance. It's called basically absence marriage, something like that. In Iran, that's what they call it. Like the both the parties, they don't have to be necessarily present to to fucking have that ceremony done, whatever you guys said. But the thing though is that I said, what I was saying, alright, let's play this smart, man. Come on, you never seen this girl in person. You don't know what's going on with her. You don't want to get yourself into something that you don't know what is going on. So obviously, right, and if you don't have the means, let's be real with that too. If you can't go, yeah, I don't want to pull that off, because I guess at some point the money became available. It's just that she wanted to rather me giving her $2,000 and just fucking close the deal. That's what she wanted. And no, I mean, I'll be honest with you, no, I don't want to just give somebody away $2,000 over the phone. Even if we were married with each other, I'm not doing that. Unless I see you in person, unless I have some interaction with you, some assurance, something that I know this is gonna be somehow a lasting relationship. I'm not gonna fucking throw $2,000 at you, especially when I don't have a proper life for myself. That would totally make me an idiot, right? That's not just suffering from some crappy, some devastating condition. Then you're a really idiot, So anyways, man, but I'm glad that I didn't make because a lot of times I have actually done that out of my goodness. I have given people money, well, not $2,000, but I've given her here, there, something, and people just bailed out on me, man. And I'll be honest with you, there have been times that I had credit card loans. What I'm saying is that I had reasons for behaving certain ways. I really couldn't, and I still can't. I tried to get a job. I got a job. I was working as an interpreter. They cut me off because I told them can you believe it, man? That's such a stupid shit, right? They wanted me to get started doing video interpreting, and they asked me to put a background behind me to make it professional, and this was like a color, it was a blue color, it was dark blue, which I have a serious fucking trauma problem with it. And I told them, can we just change it to any other color? Anything. She said no, and 2 days later they fired me. What a coincidence.